Okay? Zoom. Why are you guys still on here? Go over to the Zoom. We're all moving over to the Zoom now. We are live.
Live.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Matt.
We got...
Chad McIntyre, Chad and Amy. We got Jesse, Matt D, Matt
Check
M.
out... Hey, guys, check out Shane's name on his...
It's like
what's up,
or something.
Princess?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Princess Shane.
Hi, Christy. Hi, Katie. Just ignore those two.
Chad, what's
Hi,
going on?
Chuck,
Hi, Charlie.
Morgan Davidson.
Charlie.
Coach
Katie.
Kristen.
Coach Kristen.
Okay, we got two Katies. KDL, the Lyle. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, Charles.
Travis.
Welcome. Damon
Bon.
Miranda.
Am I live?
You are.
Oh, yeah, you're on too.
Dustin Ferguson,
everyone.
welcome. Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, brother? Who else we got here? G, Alice.
Chuck Zamzow.
Travis Teets. Whoa.
G Low is in the house.
Charlie, we don't put his whole name, you know.
Travis Teets.
Yeah, I like that name a lot.
What? Because
Nothing like a good teat.
Oh, you like a little teat?
Nothing like a good teat. He's
Yeah.
a good
You're a
teat.
mess.
Yeah.
What?
Princess Shane. I mean, so Shane's got himself a little iPad now that his brother got in.
Oh, yeah.
And
Shout out to Davey Boy.
why does it say princess though?
Can Davy Boy holler and give me a gift too?
It depends. I'm sure you can work something out.
You're disgusting.
I'm just saying, you asked.
Jeez.
What's your problem?
You need Jesus.
You know what? You opened up the door, then you slapped me in the face. That's fine. You know what? Just be like that. You just asked me a question so you could berate me.
All right. Well, we've got a guest here that
Oh, that's
doesn't
right.
know Shane well.
What's her name, Chad?
We
Oh, shit.
Chad, what is her name? I forget.
My name is Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren, excuse the guys. I deal with them every day.
So I wanted to remind everybody that Shane is from Canada, and you know that's enough said.
Lower East Side of Canada. South Side of Canada.
So please excuse his
Messiness.
inappropriate mess.
Messiness.
Hey, Joel, how you doing, buddy? I didn't recognize you in your onesie.
All right, let's get this party started, man. Thanks everybody for showing up every week.
Hi, Iowa.
I'm always stoked for the Recover Out Loud meeting. You know, we started recovering out loud when I lost my son-in-law to the fentanyl crisis. My 21-year-old daughter, she was 21 at the time, she found the love of her life dead in his bed from fentanyl. Poisoning is what we call it around here. We don't call it an overdose at the Hopeaholics or anywhere that we're doing stuff because there is no safe dose of illicit fentanyl. So it can never be an overdose. It has to be poisoning. I just posted a post yesterday because Alyssa's dad posted about a 10-year-old dying from fentanyl.
Wow.
Damn.
That's terrible, man.
Horrible.
So that's why we do all of this. That's why we have this meeting to bring awareness, to spread hope, joy, love. We love this group. This is literally my favorite night of the week because otherwise I'm just home scrolling.
Texting me, asking me where I'm at. What am I doing? Just kidding.
Shane?
I'm just looking at this. Hallelujah.
My mom's on here.
Hey, Hannah.
Mom.
Hey, Hannah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. See, that's nice. She's obviously a God-fearing, wonderful young lady. Look at it's in her name.
So Lauren, we're gonna let you go ahead and share your experience, strength, and hope for about 20 minutes or so. All you have to do is grab that microphone and pull it a little bit closer to you,
Like so.
like so, and then just let them know who you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lauren. I am definitely an alcoholic. Took me 20 years to figure that out. Here to share my experience, strength, and hope. Hoping you guys get it sooner than the way I got it and that you don't have to go through what I went through. Everyone, if you're willing to sit at home on a Zoom and listen to someone like me, then, you know, you've gone through some stuff too. Everyone has problems. Everyone's had trauma. Everyone's going through something right now, right? Only before I used to drink over it. So I never really drank alcohol until after high school, maybe once or twice in high school, and even that wasn't a great experience. But after my first heartbreak, I turned to alcohol. I was in college, going to school, didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I was doing firefighting. So I went to school in LA County for firefighting with the job lined up, sponsored and everything. But I couldn't handle it because my depression. So I took myself out, but I was still drinking and drinking and drinking to the point where I wanted to kill myself. So at 20 years old, I thought it was a bright idea because I lived with my grandparents. Let me mix a cocktail of their pills, my pills, and a bunch of sleeping pills so I could sleep forever. But I got scared, so I'm like, I'm going to go get more alcohol first, but never made it home. That was my first DUI. Went to rehab in San Clemente out here, but I didn't think drinking was a problem. I didn't even know what was going on in my head, but I wasn't there to try to get sober. So whatever, got out, went back to firefighting, went to the academy, had some stuff happen, but when I went out partying with some of the guys, I had like one or two drinks, right? I'm okay. Ended up fender bendering someone. Points out in California, the BAC for a DUI is 0.08, so that's exactly what I had. Got my second DUI, cleaned up my act, in and out of AA meetings because court made me, right? So whatever, got my card signed and went about my life. Didn't drink much, got my shit together, went to nursing school. After I had my son and was left in labor by the baby's dad. So I was an EMT for 6 years. They trusted me to drive an ambulance after 2 DUIs, and I did great. Went to nursing school, got a bachelor's, but was denied my license. But I'm like, oh, who cares? I found bodybuilding and personal training, which I still do now. And I was doing great, so whatever, right? So after another traumatic breakup, and that one was pretty abusive towards the end, and I lost my job, my whole world went to shit, lost my apartment, lost everything. Why not drink my life away like before, and picked up two more DUIs. So lost firefighting, lost nursing. The nursing board said, it's okay, show us how you changed. Okay. I was what they call a dry drunk, where I don't need to drink, but even if I did, there was always consequences. Who knows who I woke up to? Who knows who I slept with? Who knows who I was texting? What drama happened? But I managed to not drink. I didn't have to drink, but I wasn't working a program. I wasn't working AA. AA is not for me. I wasn't an alcoholic. I don't drink every day, right? But now that I look back, it's like, wow, every time I drink, it was not pretty. There was always consequences. I was always either hungover next. I didn't really get hangovers till towards the very end of my drinking career, but just feeling like shit, money wasted. DUIs are expensive. Let me tell you that.
Expensive.
You know why? Because I had a relationship with a firefighter, and that was a mindfuck in itself. But after that was over, I developed something called complex PTSD, where I just had flashbacks of trauma, not just of him, but anything would trigger shit from childhood, shit from this, shit from that. So to quiet that down, after building a 6-figure business, just being myself and a trainer, helping people, better their lives, I was derailing mine. So from about the end of 21 to 23, I was drinking 2 to 10 pints of vodka a day. And the reason I say pints is because I thought I could control it. That's portion control. I would only drink a pint at a time, but when you head to 10 different liquor stores and they just put the pint right there because they know what you're asking for without even asking, that's pretty bad. So swipe. That was, oof. Thinking about that is the reason I don't drink today. So I went from making 6 figures to having to break the lease on my apartment for mental health reasons, moving in with my grandma. And the first thing they said was we want you better, but the moment you drink, you're out of here. That didn't happen. They didn't kick me out. So when I see homeless people, it's like, that could have been me, but I'm lucky my grandma put up with my bullshit for about a year and a half. They would find bottles everywhere. I thought I was being sneaky. I was either sleeping all day, drinking, or would just, since the new gym I was working at was a mile away, shit, let me walk. You want to know why? Because I'm going to stop at 7-Eleven on the way there. There's a liquor store right next to the gym. Guess what? I have my Gatorade bottle while I'm training my client with vodka inside. So that went on till my clients were kind of picking up on it, when I would cancel on sessions. I just wasn't obviously invested in them. The few I, was able to manage, paid my drinking habit. But even that wasn't enough, because by the time I got another DUI, the moment they took out my breathalyzer, that week I got another DUI. So I had a DUI in 2006, 2008. That's 1 and 2. I lost firefighting. Nursing wasn't over, but then I picked up. In 2017, I got another DUI, but it was my second again. The other ones fell off. In 2019, I got my second again. Okay. Well, those 2017-19 did not fall off my record. So for the first time in my life, I got back-to-back DUIs in 2023. I lost my business for the second time. Firefighting and nursing, my business for the second time. $20,000 in debt. And I didn't even want to drink anymore. I felt like a slave. I had to sneak out of my grandma's house in the middle of the night, depending on what time it is, because 7-Eleven starts serving drink. You could buy alcohol anywhere at 6 a.m., but the liquor store was what I really wanted. I wanted the vodka. That didn't open till 11, 12 o'clock at night. But, yeah, I'd find myself drinking by myself in the middle of the night, staring at the sky like, what the fuck? I don't want tomorrow to come. Like, I barely got through today. Just dreading getting through another 24 hours, because I didn't even want to drink no more. It's like I didn't even want to drink no more, but I also didn't want to live no more. But the fact that my baby dad left me hanging in labor, my son, his dad left him hanging the moment he was born. I never wished depression or any type of mental illness or that dark of a place on anybody, not even my worst enemy. So if I were to off myself, if I were to kill myself, what chance would that kid have to have a normal life at all? His dad left him in labor, and his mom didn't care enough, and she offed himself. So that's the only thing that kept me like, man, I have an obligation to this kid, not my son, to this kid. So checked myself into rehab. I got kicked out because I had my cell phone on me the whole time, and they found it twice. So got kicked out, went straight back to drinking. But then I was like, you know what? I don't even want to live no more. Like, I don't even want to drink no more. I just don't even want to drink no more. But I don't know how to be sober, because I wasn't sober for, when I say sober, I mean like not even for a second, not even for a minute. Because the first thing I did was go get a drink and then fall asleep to go get my next one. That's how I lived for a year and a half, this last run. So went to rehab in August 2023. I'm okay. I'm going to do everything possible. I'm going to go to rehab. Just to prove I used to hate God. Let's put that out there right now. I used to cuss it. It's his fault. Why would he do this to me? What was me? Victim mentality. My whole life. Everything is happening to me. Everyone else's fault. Blah, blah, blah. No one understands. So I was going to go to rehab to prove to everyone. I'm going to do what they say. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give God one shot to prove to you guys, because nothing's going to help me. I'm going to do what they say, because nothing's going to help me. Well, obviously, you know the outcome of that, because I'm here right now, talking on Zoom to you guys. But
praise God.
But all day, every day. Mm-hmm. So, but while we were in there doing groups and stuff, like I wasn't new to AA. But for the first time, like, okay, I'm an alcoholic. Cool, I'm an alcoholic. Now what? So went to groups, did anger management classes, that classes, yoga. I just participated in everything they told me to participate in. I went to meetings. Obviously, I had no choice if I was going to stay there. But every day, they ended up, I'm pretty fun to be around. But I also, am not one to keep my mouth shut. So they graduated me early because they said I was ready. But anyway, while we were in the groups, everyone's like, I just want my life back, blah, blah. My response is like, I'm just waiting to go to prison or jail. Because I was. Because with the DUIs off the bat, the lawyers got me for a very large amount of money, and it was a waste of $13,000. How about that? Because it's their fault that it really is their fault. Well, it's my fault for getting DUIs. But they just went back and forth, lingering, jail, prison. We get to court. The judge is like, she doesn't even qualify for prison. Okay, so that's why I paid them so much money, because I was scared. But after a while going back and forth, I was like, just send me to prison. Everyone says it's better anyway. Like, just put them together. I'll go to prison for 4 or 5 months and then move on with my life. But the whole time, like, I'm getting sober, knowing I'm going to go to jail, this and that, not knowing what I'm going to do for money. I got out, sober living, that you need a job, say less. I hit up different people in the fitness industry, got back into a gym, after 8 years of working for myself, it was very, very hard to go work for a gym, working for someone again. But I bit the bullet. I had to do what I had to do to stay sober, get back on my feet. I was $20,000 in debt in sober living. Okay, cool. I have my motorcycle, but I'm going to try to do the right thing and not ride dirty. You know, I don't have a license. They took away my license, California. So I fixed my bicycle, learned how to ride the bus. That is very humbling, and a lot of character building went on the past year and a half. Miss bus, the bus just takes off. You're 3-4 hours a day on a bus trying to get to outpatient, work full time, make it home to sober living on curfew. But I got out in October. In January, before I was still waiting to go to jail, I got T-boned. This is bad. I got T-boned on a bicycle at a stop sign by someone who just didn't look the other way before he made a right-hand turn. So that changed everything. I just got a car a month ago after busting my ass to get out of debt. You know, I had a lawsuit going. I didn't get a penny from it. And I was just like, I was fat still from drinking. I had went from bodybuilder on stage, modeling here and there, to 220 pounds on a good day. But and then I got hit by the bicycle right when I was about to do a show again. And I was like, I got sober so I could go back to what I love, you know? Like, I got sober to go back to what I love. Like, this keeps me sober. This is part of my business. This is who I am. This is my identity. So I was still training clients, because none of the doctors that the lawyers sent me to would help me with disability. Sometimes I would be in crutches, training people, just looking around. I used to teach boxing, just looking at I can't do nothing. I couldn't even do treadmill for 5 minutes, but still had to catch the bus. Still, it was just a nightmare, a shit show, but I stood sober. So LA County, I got the DUI. They convicted me first, even though that one was at Orange County. I got a DUI in Orange County. LA County, totally different experiences. So I've always gotten in trouble in LA County. Slap on the wrist, send me to jail, get out in a day, typical whatever. So I took a deal on this is my first time playing in my third DUI and my fourth DUI, because the other ones were always second. So this is like a whole different ballgame, whole different experience. All this pressure on me, but I still stood sober. So LA County thought it'd be, my lawyers made a deal with LA County. It's called a 364. So instead of 3 months and a bunch of probation, bunch of classes, MAD program, community service and all that, I just said, give me a year and call it a day. No tail, no probation, no nothing. God found it that I learned my lesson in 3 weeks. So when I left everything, went in, came out in 3 weeks, and it stressed me the fuck out, because Orange County said they were going to give me credit for whatever I did. So I'm like, they just let me out to go back in. What am I going to do? I lost all my clients again. I have to build my business again just to go back to jail again. So I relapsed last May after I got out of jail. That was scary. That's probably the most scared I've ever been drinking, because I've never experienced my hands and feet numb for 5 days, and I couldn't even take a sip of water. Everything made me nauseous for 5 days, and it was weird. I've never experienced that. And, but yeah, I never experienced that, because even when I was telling you, I just told you guys, even before I went to rehab for about 1.5 years, I was drinking vodka. I was trying my best to go to AA and get this thing. I was trying my best. I would show up just the way I did at work with vodka in my Gatorade. They knew I was drinking. But I did pass out at a meeting and wake up in the hospital. And then CPS was involved. But my mom, before going to court, I just agreed that I wouldn't be alone with my son. And obviously I don't drive no more, so I'm not going to drive with my son. So I almost, involved or could have experienced losing my son because of that. But this relapse was like the scariest, because I had put in the work in rehab. I put in 4 months in sober living and outpatient. I did everything possible to give me everything you guys have to offer, because I want to get it right this one time. So I relapsed. So I was like, man, I can't believe I did that. I thought I was safe. No, you're not safe unless you work a program, unless you continue going to AA, unless you find God, unless you surround yourself with people who get it. You're on here listening to me because, something brought you here. Everyone in recovery, in AA, NA, Celebrate Recovery, no one got there on a winning streak. No one got there on a winning streak. And I'm like, oh, I love the way my life is going. Let me go to a meeting. No, it took a lot to even be desperate enough to go to a meeting. And if you're lucky enough to get it on the first try, and when they say, keep coming back, I kept going back, and I kept going back drunk, and they still accepted me till I got it. And it took 20 years of AA cards and in and out and losing everything, completely everything I worked for multiple times. And I just know this time it's a whole different experience when you involve God in it. Well, higher power, you don't have to believe in my God, but I don't claim religion. I like Christian churches. I love worship music all day long, every day, but there's still evil in churches because those, I call them Bible thumpers. They're going to judge you the moment you get in and scare you off. Like in AA, they don't do that. AA, I found God, and I so happen to like going to church, but I've been turned off so many times from people in church who just want to throw the book at you when even judging is a sin. It's like, what makes your sin any better than my sin? Because you're doing it right now. So those people really irritate me because it takes a lot for people to even want to get help. Even as a last resort, they're going to go to church. And then you get people like that who shun them off. In AA, most likely that's not going to happen. So I found God in AA, even though I went to church growing up and stuff like that. I've hated God. I blame God. And so he so happened to take me back. So when I really gave God a chance and I was letting go of things through, I didn't work all the steps in the program, but they had step-by-step binders you could do on your own. And I would really like dig deep, get rid of everything. If God loves me and God forgives me, why can't I forgive myself? What am I doing holding on to this shame? What am I doing holding on to this guilt? What purpose does it serve other than just hindering my full potential as a human fucking being? Like, we're not meant to be in a gutter putting a needle in our arm. We're not meant to work hard to blow all our money on alcohol. We're not meant for that. We're meant for more. And I'm still figuring out my purpose, but maybe even being on this Zoom broadcast, being asked to be a speaker is my first step, because who was I before? I was nothing. I hated myself. I didn't know who I saw in the mirror. But when you could wake up and little by little look in the mirror without hating yourself, you're going to start to little by little love yourself. If you believe in something higher than you, you have a purpose. That's the whole concept. You have a purpose. You're not alone anymore. And the emptiness, you're going to start filling it with things that are good for you. I work out every day, even though I go to physical therapy every day. I'm waiting on surgeries. I just bought a car. My son didn't live with me because I didn't want to take him out of the schools he grew up with his friends because of me. I'm from LA County, but in order to get sober and live a brand new life, the only thing that has to change is everything. So I moved and I stood far away in Orange County. It's not far, 30-minute drive from my house, but it was away from my past. Because I still have trouble being around the liquor stores I used to go to. That just brings back ugliness that I used to feel. So I changed my surroundings. I cut off anyone who not everyone deserves my time, my energy, and my presence. Like, I love everyone, but if they're not good for me, it's easy to cut people off now. I don't need to be validated by a man. I had mommy and daddy issues. I was really codependent. That's why I stood in ugly relationships till I was screwed over. And then what did I do? I hurt myself by drinking. I don't need validation from anybody because I'm able to validate myself and God validates me. With that, it brings confidence and you can walk around and try new things, be someone new. Whatever you've done in the past obviously didn't work for you if you're here. So what are we going to do now? Now, I try to go to church as much as possible. I can't wait to be home. When I got hit by the truck, I didn't feel safe crossing the street. I still don't in parking lots. And I'm very nervous when I drive. Even still, I'm scared to get hit by a car. So even just waking up in the morning, like the past 2 weeks, I've been in a little funk and I think I'm getting a little sick. I feel nasally right now, but I wake up not wanting to die, and that's a win. Okay, now get out of bed. Okay, now show up to work. Okay. Oh, I'm in pain. I'm achy. Okay, well, what are you going to do about it? Okay, I can't miss physical therapy. I can't miss my doctor appointments. And if I was drinking, I probably wouldn't go to any of these things. But because I'm not drinking, it allows me to do these things, but I still got to put in the work every day, regardless of how I feel. Because I know what it's like to just sit in bed and not do shit, not help yourself. So everyone goes through depression. Everyone goes through, at some time in your life, you go through something. But what are you going to do about it? You have to fight back, not drown your sorrows. You have to fight back. You don't like your job? Okay, what can I do about it? Get a new one? Go back to school? There's a solution to every problem. And you could pray to God all you want, but he's going to give you what you need, not what you want. And he's also, if you're praying for a miracle, it's not going to happen because you prayed for it. You're going to pray for guidance and go out and get it. Go out and work for it. And that for some people, that may just be getting up and logging onto this Zoom for now. Every single day you have to go to a meeting till you feel better. Okay, now I'm going to get a sponsor. Okay, now I'm going to work the steps. Okay, now people keep asking me to hang out and I'm shy and nervous and it feels awkward without alcohol, but now I'm going to go do sober, fun things. Little by little, you get out of yourself and get away from the things you used to do and just do brand new stuff. Yeah, because I've been in a very dark place where I was considered agoraphobic, where I couldn't even leave the house, and it got so bad that I couldn't even look out the blinds because then it would remind me of how I'm stuck in the house. But it's your head. You're stuck in your mental prison, But you're the only one that can break free. No one has a key. No one locked you in. It's up to you. And if you need help, there's a God out there. And if where you need to start is in AA, you're doing a great job right now. But as a trainer, same thing, same concept with anything. You want to lose weight? Okay, I'm going to give you the platform. I'm going to give you the workouts. I'm going to give you the cardio. I'm going to give you a meal plan. Oh, I'm not losing. Okay, did you do any things I said? No. You're not changing nothing. Your body's going to respond to how you treat it. Get up, treat it well, eat well. What are you going to feed it mentally? What are you going to read? Are you going to read an affirmation in the morning? What are you going to do? Same thing goes with being sober. What are you going to do today to make sure that you're going to stay sober? I'm willing to do absolutely everything because I never want to go back. And even when on days when I don't feel like getting out of bed, I make myself because I know what it's like it's a domino effect. Okay, you're going to stay there, isolate all day, be in your mind. It's going to want to reel you back in to that deep, dark place alone. It wants to isolate you. So then all you have left is alcohol and drugs to fill that empty void when it's not like that. But you surround yourself by people in recovery, and I'm sure no one will turn you away when you ask for help. And that's what I learned today. I have a hard time calling people, but I'll text them. I'll text them real quick. But I'm not embarrassed of being an alcoholic and saying that, because there's people that beat their wives. There's people that cheat. There's people that steal. There's people that do absolutely harmful things to others in general. And that's their coping mechanism. At least as an alcoholic, I'm lucky that I identified the problem. Now I could fix it. And the fact that I could admit I'm an alcoholic in an AA meeting, that's showing that I'm doing something about it. Because people are out there, everyone, not just people with addictions. People have other addictions, shopping, all that stuff. I'm sure there's meetings for that too, but they need to attend that and identify their problem. But the fact that we're here and you can admit you're an alcoholic, you're admitting your faults, you're admitting you're human, and you're showing yourself that you're taking action in others. You're showing other people that you're taking action to get better, to do better, to want better. That means a small part of you loves yourself enough to do that. And little by little, every single day turns into a year, whatever, it just gets, life never gets easier. You just get better. And you got to work on that every single day if you really want it. So I hope it doesn't take anyone in these rooms to get 6 DUIs, because it's very, very hard. I just bought a car after being in debt. I used to be scared of fire trucks. Like I told you guys, I had a PTSD. I couldn't stand the ambulance, the cops. I couldn't stand sirens. It would trigger something. But now, like, I went from $20,000 in debt to busting my ass off in and out of jail. I'm part of a DUI court program right now. I have 2 classes for that. I have 2 classes for DMV. I have 10 to 15 doctor appointments, whether it be a neurologist, a primary, acupuncture a week, and I'm still able to stay on my feet. I have my own home. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't stop drinking and seek out God and seek out help and surround myself with people who get it. And just a month ago, I put $20,000 on a car when I was $20,000 in debt a year and a half before. And it's red, like a fire truck. I trip out every time I get in my car that I even have a car, but I have to have a breathalyzer for 3 years. I'm not trusted with the state of California, and it is what it is. I got the DUIs. So it's expensive. It's expensive. That's for sure. But I understand why people don't like or blame or get mad or get like really irritated that people drink and drive when so many people do and it's not right. But I get told all the time, why didn't you just Uber? Why didn't you just Lyft? Well, I wasn't necessarily out at a bar in a club with friends. I kind of was not even alive. And it's not an excuse, but I woke up in the jail, so I don't remember get the DUI, but I knew I was there because I'm not a malicious person. I'm not a hurtful person. I knew I wasn't there for anything else. It was another DUI. I don't even remember driving sometimes. But at the end of the day, it saved my life. I'm alive now. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm happy to be alive. I want to be alive. I want to get better so I could get back to the things I like. Right now, I could hold on to the rails at the gym and get my cardio in, but I can't box, I can't hike, I can't run, I can't teach others boxing. Not yet. But I was also sick and tired of the lawyers not doing shit for me, and so I decided to do a bodybuilding show from October, and I competed in January. I said, fuck everybody, watch me. But I was a little hurt on stage. They said my shoulders are too small, but it's like I have tears in them, so I guess I can't compete with others right now. But I made it to the stage. I did what I set out to do over the year prior when I got sober and got hit by the truck. But once again, I couldn't do that if I drank. Mm-hmm. So, God's rule. If I AA, like, I used to want proof. Yeah, give me proof. Or these people, I used to go to church and be like, yeah, they're fucking faking it. Everyone with their fucking hands up. Yeah, fucking right. No one's this happy. I would go to AA and like the comparison game. I'm worse than you. This will never help me. Or like, that guy's really bad. Like, this is creep. That guy's creep. Like, I don't want to be around these people. But at the end of the day, I'm around people who are just like me, who have problems. You know, they're going through shit, legal problems, mental problems. Like, no one got there in a winning streak. I'm not any better than anyone there, and I'm not any worse than anyone either. So I can't devalue myself or put others down. Like, we're all equal, and we're all just trying to get better one day at a time. That's what I'm trying to do.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you.
God is good, baby.
That's good.
That's right.
All the
We
time.
made it.
I made it. We made
Just for today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here made it.
Yeah. Yeah, really good, man. At the end, I was just really so much recovery happening inside of you, you know. And honestly, at the there was one point where I was just like, I can really hear God coming through you,
for sure.
You know, speaking through you, and dropping some knowledge and some recovery for everybody, and you know, your strength and your hope. That's the part that I love the most in people's stories. You know, the experience.
We all got that.
We all got experience, right?
We all got
but
that.
I love that.
That's how we ended up in here.
Yeah, that's why we all. But you know what? Without that experience,
Yeah,
we don't have the strength and hope.
Yeah.
That we get to share with everybody on the meeting. A lot of good feedback on the chat. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people making fun of you as well, Shane, for your princess name on your login.
Yeah.
Matt said something really funny.
I saw it.
You saw it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's right.
Yeah. It was the best thing Shane could come up with.
It was.
But I love what you said. Literally, like, you know how we tried to look for validations from others and we're people pleasers and things of that nature is just a character defect that I think that I can speak freely, like all of us have in us, because we have the ism. But once you find your higher power, mine is God, the comfort that you get when you seek His word, everything. It puts all that to rest. That you don't have to seek, whether it's shop, whatever it is that we like to kind of fill some emptiness that we have inside, thinking that it's going to fill us up. His word does. And the comfort right there is everything.
And then you're going to get more than what you even, like, whatever you thought it was going to make you happy, you're going to get way more than what you even thought. Like,
Dude,
I don't know how to explain it.
I posted a verse today, and it's double for your trouble. What we go through, all the stuff that we, as long as we put Him first, and we put one foot in front of the other and do our very best, you know, it'll come back to us.
I say the serenity prayer probably 500 times a day with
Dude.
absolutely anything. Like, please don't let me pop off on this person. God, is it worth it? Like, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change this person.
Shoot, I talk to him all the time.
Like-
too. I'm like, Jesus, help me.
Just get me home safe. Every
Yeah.
time I drive, when I wake up, okay, let's have a good day. It's like the homie.
Yeah, he's a
always with
homie.
you.
That's the thing. Is like your relationship. Everybody's relationship to their higher power is theirs. That's
Yeah.
why we all agree with the. There's a problem with church and religion. It's not him. It's people.
Oh,
Human.
well, Christians don't do that. Well, I'm not a Christian.
Totally.
Me and God have our own thing going on. This like, it's really none of your
That's it.
business.
And judges. He didn't judge, so
Yeah.
it's like he accepted everybody,
Yeah.
and he would be the one that would be pulling all of us in. The misfits, the ones that think that they're alone, lost, hurt, broken. He's coming for us, not the ones that think.
I'm
that
glad
they're-
he came for me, and I'm glad I listened.
Yeah, he's always there. Never leave us, never
Actually,
forsake
yeah.
us.
He's
It's,
always
we
been
have
there.
to just reach out for his hand. He's
Yeah.
always ready for us. We just got to be willing and ready for him.
Absolutely.
Matt,
Look at me with that Jesus, huh?
Matt.
Huh, boys?
what's going on, my
Shane.
man, Matt?
Jesus is in you. Hi, Matt. How you doing, brother?
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, you're up there.
He's trying to get himself
trying.
unmuted. There he is.
There we go.
There we go.
It didn't pop up on my screen for a little bit. But anyway, how you guys doing tonight? Good to see everybody. My name is Matt, and I'm a grateful recovering addict. Girl, your share was really, really good, yo. I appreciate that, and putting yourself out there, sharing all your stuff with us, and showing other people that there's hope. And one of the one of the biggest takeaways I have from that is the truth in, if you want any results, you must do the work. Absolutely must do the work. Stuff right here, recovery is not going to land in your lap. We can help you with the first step. Not literally, we can help you. We can help put you on the right path, but you got to take those steps. You must, under every circumstance, put in the work and keep fighting. And Shane's been posting some videos on IG, man, and saying the same exact thing. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. If you're struggling, and you've been given contacts, and you've been shown the way to do it, and you're still allowing yourself to sit in that struggle, you got to figure something else out. Because this shit works if you work it.
It won't if you don't.
Facts. Big facts, man. We are grown adults, man. We are not little, helpless children. I don't care what you've been through, what you've gone through, what you're suffering through right now. You can fix it.
Yep.
But you got to do it, man. You got to do it. Please know it's possible. Please know it's possible, man. But again, you really got to put in the work yourself. And that's really all I got, man. I just wanted to reiterate on that, man. I love everybody here. Recovery is amazing. God is beautiful. I'm so thankful for life today, man. That's all I got, man.
Matt,
Love you guys.
Matt,
Love you,
the
Matt.
world is a better place because you're in it, my friend.
That's right.
World is a better
Boom.
place because you're in it. No doubt.
For sure.
No doubt.
Thanks, Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Thanks, buddy.
Look who's up. Look who.
Coach Kristen. What's
is
poppin'?
poppin'?
I want to know what kind of coach she is.
I do with this Hopton. Hey, no, just kidding.
Are you back? Are you at home? You look like you're at home.
New Mexico, yeah?
Yeah, I'm at home. I graduated treatment last Tuesday, and I'm in like a PHP like hybrid thing, home
Nice.
and down in El Paso. So
Bomb.
It's thebomb.com.
Recording in progress.
Whoa.
Whoa,
I
that
guess
was weird.
being recorded now. Sorry, it just popped up on that. Yeah, like I just want to say thank you for your share. It was hella dope. I take notes because I like to like remember shit. And you're like, you're not safe unless you work a program and find God and like all this other stuff, right? Well, it's funny. So I was actually talking with Natalie when I was in treatment. I was like, yeah, I've never worked a program, and she said, I know.
Damn, Kristen, you put me on blast like that, but it's true. It is true.
I mean, I appreciate you because like I've tried this. I've relapsed like this is my 4th time, right? And it's like I'm actually finally working a program. Like I just started doing the steps. I'm like, fuck me. Like it's like I don't wanna have to tell people my emotions, but you know, it's gonna happen. And it's like God put me in the middle of literally in the middle of nowhere. Like the best thing to do on a Friday night is go to Chili's. Like that's what you do in this town. And it's like it's just crazy to see how much God, like my God has worked in my life just like in the past month. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I found God, but it's also like I actually get to start the program and like work it and work the steps and see how that's actually going to change my life because obviously I wasn't working shit beforehand, you know? And I like how also like you're saying like waking up not wanting to die. Like today is so funny you said that because I was literally driving back home from El Paso, and today was like the first time I've ever thought like, wow, like I don't want to die. Like this is the first day in who knows how long, like years that I felt this way. Like I'm thankful. Like there's a lot of crap going on in my life. Like they're kicking me out the military. Like I have to find a new job soon. Like it's just one thing after another. Like I just had to cut off part of my family today because they just don't understand. Like one thing after another. But it's like, dang, like God's good, and I got people, a few people that like I can lean on, and yeah. And today I'm still sober and clean. So thanks for letting me share.
Amazing. Love you, Kristen.
Thanks for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? You know how Natalie said that? Because there's a saying in the AA book. It says, "Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path."
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Kristen
go.
knows that it comes from love.
Oh yeah,
Any truth is because I've tried it all the other ways. I already be knowing. I did the work for you.
Every single way possible.
Sucks.
I tried it before I finally said, you know what? I better work the steps.
I'm going to do what's suggested because all you guys are talking the same thing.
When I walked in, I told Shane a little bit about me. Oh, yeah, I went to rehab. Well, rehab for the last time in the summer of 23 because I even went in saying, I want to do the full 90 days. I want to do the full outpatient. I want to do the step down, whatever the fuck. I want to do it all to get it right this time because I'm done. Like, I am done. And then I relapsed after jail, but I'm going back to meetings. I'm doing whatever the fuck I can because I am not going back to drinking.
Mm-hmm.
No, and that's the thing about AA. Okay, you drink. There's a meeting somewhere. Go drunk.
Especially now with Zoom.
You know what? You know
what's
what's cool though? What you reminded me about what you were talking about. You know that there's a thing in Alcoholics Anonymous. You know, the only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. Mm-hmm. Nowhere in there does it say that we have to come to a meeting sober. We just have to have a desire to be sober. And sometimes it takes 20 years of going to AA meetings drunk before that miracle happens.
They would take me to go eat after to sober me up.
Yeah.
Right, they drop me off home.
Like,
they would take.
How great are those people?
Yeah.
The best in the world. Jerry, man, what's going on, my friend?
Thank you. Jerry Addict.
Jerry.
Hella tired, I just got off work. but I get to do that. I want to take Lauren for speaking. Also, like she reminded me exactly what my sponsor told me when I started working with him. You know, last year. He said, Jerry, you don't know shit by staying sober. You've gone to 5 treatment centers, but you don't know shit by staying sober. You know, and it's facts and it's true. I done it Jerry's way. What is Jerry's way? Doing it my way, not knowing, not following people's directions, not, okay, I'm at work, like, fuck it, this customer stressed me out, fuck it, let me go get some shit, and I done it
Shit.
and got it high at work, and got it high in front of my family, friends, got it high in my car. I got all the above, all to the extremes, driving under the influence, even got it to the point of, punching the officer in front of in front of my mom in the house, under the influence. And it's like, to this point, I get it. What my sponsor says it, I don't know shit by staying sober, and it's to this point, like, I follow the directions, what my sponsor says. I'm in my 4 step, my resentments just keep increasing, and it's like, my sponsor told me, it's like the reason why it keeps increasing, it's like you're doing a full thorough inventory. And then I realized it, like, today, I picked up my second job, my new job that I just got off today. I had to step out for a moment, because one of the clients where I work in treatment center called me, was a 911, and he said, Jerry, are you available to speak? Like, yeah. What's going on? I want to commit suicide. Like, why? What's going on? Talk to me. And it's like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of going to treatment so many times. I understand how you feel. I told him, I had to put myself in that situation because I also wanted to commit suicide 2 years ago, and I told him, I get it. I know sobriety is hard. I told him, but this is all the work you got to do. It's like, I've been there. I've been in this situation. I walked in on him on Friday, getting high on whip. He got pissed off, and, like, I get it. You don't like a grown ass man telling you what to do, and everything. I told. But I've been there. I've been in those treatment centers. Like, when the first time I went, I got caught having a tablet, having a phone. So, like, you have to suffer these consequences, because you got caught, and it's gonna better yourself, And then I checked on him today and called him on the phone. How you feeling? I'm feeling way better. Thank you for listening to me. No, anytime. That's why I'm here to help. And it's because someone has done it for me, because I've been in that situation, trying to commit suicide 2 years ago, and just having someone to talk to, just to listen to you, to vent whatever you're feeling, it's giving me hope, and that's why I love the job I work on in a treatment center, because I get to see how they come in and how they are now. Thank you.
I love that. It's so true. It's amazing seeing people come in day one and then looking at them just in 30 days. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Vaughn Lewis, my friend, what's going on?
What's up, party people? How y'all doing?
Good.
My name's Vaughn, grateful addict, alcoholic, overall grateful recovering trash can. Your share was fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. Something you said, like, I can't get out of my head, like, even if it's just waking up and not wanting to die. That's my biggest victory, is waking up and not wanting to die. And I'm absolutely stoked on that, to get out of that darkness and to just finally be content with when I wake up. I pray for God's will to enter me before mine does, or else it's, well, look for me on the news. You'll quickly know why. That's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world. my PTSD has been going absolutely just off today. It's greatly triggered by car accidents and sirens. Sirens trigger it really badly. And just down the street from me, 6 kids speeding in the harbor slammed into a tree going over 60, and 16-year-old kid dead, and 5 others sent to the hospital. So that's just been fucking with me and bringing back sights and sounds of all other accidents I've seen and heard and been a part of. So it's definitely been a day of praying. Been praying all day, just every time a sound comes into my head or an image pops into my head, just praying for some sort of resolve. And I'm just really glad that the meeting was tonight, because I definitely needed it. And I'm stoked to see everyone on here. You guys are my family. I love every single one of you guys. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Love that.
Thanks, Vaughn. Appreciate you, brother.
What, Shane?
I said, thanks, Vaughn. Appreciate you, brother.
We got Dustin in the house.
Dustin. I'm getting my second
What's
win.
up, folks?
Hi, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin.
What's up? How are you guys?
Good.
So yeah, dude, I think it was last week I was on the last meeting. But so since then, I just feel like I gotta share all my wins with you guys, because
Yes.
like for my whole meeting career, it's been all losses. You know, I'm that white chip guy. You know, like the best white in. You know what I mean? Like just doing ridiculous things. But so I just got this apartment, dude. I got all this furniture today.
Yeah, boy.
So my PO just left like 20 minutes ago. She's all excited. I've never had a PO that liked me in my life. And it's just, man, I'm blessed, dude. And like I've just been kind of emotional about it, just because like, I don't know. I have a hard time asking people for things. And so like everything I've gotten here is like just all blessings. It's not, I didn't pay for any of it except for my electric and my internet. I paid for that. But so it's like, so you just feel like you don't deserve things sometimes, but like I know I do, because I've been working my ass off, dude. I've been working consistently, and I just think that I
Dustin, you muted yourself. There you go.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I really like your share, miss. You know, I think everybody deserves to hear what you have to say for sure. And what he was saying about just feeling like God was just in the room when you were talking, and that's exactly how I felt too, because you were just so confident and on it with that, and so it really got through to me what you were saying, and so I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate you taking your time to you know, teach us that stuff. But other than that, you know, I've just been working, and I mean, I struggle every day still, you know, like I still struggle with wanting to get high for sure. I'm so glad I'm out of that halfway house though. It's like that was probably the worst thing. I could have got high every 5 minutes in that halfway house. It was like the most ridiculous thing, and all the staff there were just, I don't know if they were just clueless to it or they just pretend like they were or whatever, but it's cool because I'm out of there now. I just stuck a freaking pork loin in the oven. I have an oven.
Look at you. Doing it.
I got a coffee pot, you know, like I don't want to be all materialistic, but like I haven't had shit in a long time. And
a coffee pot ain't materialistic. That is a necessity.
Oh yeah. Can't get out of bed.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
coffee
like
coffee and AA go together, like,
shit.
you know, peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I'm happy about the whole thing. Dish soap. I mean, I got like fans to clean, shit like that. I do HVAC, you know what I mean? So like my landlord's really cool too. But like other than that, man, I'm not really struggling lately. Honestly, I'm kicking Suboxone right now. So like all week I've been bringing myself down. So that's why I was like, man, I had to get on this meeting too, because it's a struggle, dude. It's hard.
Sure.
Like it makes you want to fucking punch shit. And but I feel like I've been cheating my recovery, you know, and it's like that one little thing could make me fail, because I've been there and I've ran out of Suboxone and not been at a part where I'm like, oh, I want to quit. I want to quit, you know, but I didn't even see that. I was so far over. Thank you guys though for your time, man. And I appreciate everything, you know. I appreciate the support for sure.
Dustin, I when I went to sober living and I went to jail, I had to bounce from friend's house to friend's house just so I could keep working. When I got my apartment, I opened the fridge. It's like I have a fucking huge fridge to myself, not a little corner taped off that I got to share with 12 other women. Like, it's insane. But another thing, you're on your own now, and I know you have a PO, because I have a PO too for the DUI court program and all this. She was a bitch with me. But as long as you're keeping your side of the street clean, you're doing what you're supposed to. Obviously stay sober, you're testing, you know, clean and all that. There's nothing she's my best friend now, because I did everything right and I had to keep my mouth shut so I could prove her wrong with my actions. That's the way you got to live life too. You keep your side of the street clean. You treat people good. You treat people, you know, the way you do the right things. Just do the right things, and that apartment's gonna turn into a house. Like it's a great feeling to have your own place, but that's just the stepping stone of what God's gonna do for your life, as long as you stay sober. That this apartment, I have my apartment too, but it's like, man, I love my apartment. It's a really nice apartment. I didn't have shit for a long time too, about 2 years. Sober living, friends' couches, anyone who would let me sleep over just so I could be close to work. But now what's the next goal? Because you could have a next goal now that you're sober. This is a stepping stone and it's a blessing, but there's so much more coming for you if you want it. If you stay sober, you don't think you need Suboxone either. Like, don't worry about that. Stay sober. If you have to, find another online meeting. If you like, just do what you have to stay sober, because that apartment's just a little. God's just giving you. You want a free sample? What's to come?
Little nugget.
Yeah, here's a little nugget. Come back for more though. Amen. Come back for more, because I don't know if you have a car. You're gonna get a car soon. Little by little, like I'm getting stressed because my bills, and then something comes through, or it just happens. Yeah, enjoy your nugget, but more's coming if you stay sober.
Amen.
And clearly, proof.
Jesse.
We have no problem celebrating our losses, so I'm glad that you celebrated your wins tonight.
Yeah,
we need to hear that.
Deserve it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah,
and more.
You're doing it. It shows that you're showing up and you're doing the work.
Yeah, you deserve more.
So don't ever think.
There's a thing called imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
A lot of us have it, man.
Oh,
but who cares? You deserve everything good in life.
That's right.
Jesse, you're up, my friend. I see you're working in the garage again. Either that, you got busted and you're in jail. I'm not sure.
No, in the garage, hiding out. I just got the text from the wife saying she needs help with the kids, so I'll make it short. And what an amazing share! What I was hearing just now is, while you guys were talking, is trust in God.
Amen.
Just trust in God. Trust in God. Like throughout everyone's share, is trust in God. And I've gotten a lot closer to God since I don't know. I want to say like the last 3 months. Listening to the podcast. I mean, I feel like it's since Natalie started reading the Bible. I swear, like somehow it just worked through her into me. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I love that.
But
she's been an inspiration.
But like, you guys are amazing, man. And these meetings, your story, God. I also like to write things down because I like to remember. The amount of times you rebuilt yourself is just so inspiring. I mean, to listen to your story, like they're just stumbles, you know, and you get right back up. And I like that you were saying, like, everyone goes through shit, you know, but God above all. Like, you have to go through the hard to get to the good. And if you trust in God, then the hard feels a little less hard. but I want to, it's still hard. It's still going to fucking suck. But if you hit your knees and you pray and you work that program, it's just a little bit easier. But we all have to get through that hard. We have to walk through the pain. And man, I love that. And, waking up, not wanting to die, holy shit. What an amazing feeling. That's something that, like, thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, winning.
Because there was a few times in my life where, like, I had all the material things, but I just wanted to die. I got real dry. I was sober. I wasn't going to meetings. I wasn't working my program. And I got so miserable and just wanted to die. So that's something that's like an amazing reminder, waking up, not wanting to die. It's the first win of every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I gotta go help the wife. So thank you
Stay
guys
with
for
it.
the meeting.
Love you,
Thank you
Jesse.
all for
Thanks,
being
Jesse.
here. Love you guys.
Love
Have a
to
good
see you,
night.
man. Is that Devon?
Devon, my girl.
You know her?
Them house.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all. Let me tell you, thank you for your share. Right? I was sitting here going, okay, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I want to, I had a really shitty day today, right? I had a hard day today. There's some changes going on, some shit happening. I'm getting ready to move on to PHP, right? And let me tell you guys, thank you for your share. I needed that, right? I needed that. I needed that hug today, Nat. I needed that extra oomph today, right?
Mm-hmm.
To help me get through my day. And that chi who just topped it off at the end, right?
So good.
But thank you for your share. Like, I'm sitting here going, damn, that's me just with a different addiction, right? Like, fuck. I haven't touched a drink in what, a year, 4 months, and 18 days or some shit like that, 19 days, right? Let me tell you what this program did for me, right? This house, right? That picture you see up is the day before I left. I got 28 days today,
Got a baby.
right? I worked my ass off. Worked my ass off to get where I'm at. I miss my kids. I miss my family, right? But I do what I need to do to stay in the present, stay in the here and now. Because this is how quickly Devon could go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one thought, 1 second, one action, and Devon is out back running, right? I've struggled with addiction for 25 years, right? With a meth addiction for 25 years. To have 28 days without a craving, without a need or a want or an even desire to use, that feeling right there deep down in deep down in my soul feels fucking amazing. Never did I think in a million years I'd be sitting in California, in Laguna Beach, California, like, oh yeah, I'm clean and sober and my life is going great, right? It's all about the mindset, right? Just turning it over to my higher power. Today I have a higher power. I get down on my knees and I pray to every day. Before my feet hits the ground, my knees hit the ground. Because if I don't do that, guess what? Devon will go right back out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where I'm at. Shit, I don't know nobody. I'm gonna find somebody. That's where my addiction takes me, right? Fuck it. I know where I'm at today. So thank you for that share. I needed that. I really, really, truly needed that. And if you're new here, welcome home. Welcome to a new way of life. If you're coming back from a relapse like myself, welcome back. I'm glad you made it back. Right? If you're struggling, keep your head up, keep your heart strong, keep putting one foot in front of the next and keep going because you're worth it. And if nobody's told you that they love you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you, and there is a damn effing thing anybody can do about it.
That's
Keep
right.
on good for recovering addict, alcoholic. Love
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Aloha.
Chee-hoo.
Yes, sir. Chee-hoo.
Chee-hoo. Love you.
Amen. Good stuff, man. Really good share. And, I just want to touch on the fact that, like, we're ready when we're ready, and never rush anything. You hear a lot of people on this meeting, that our kids, our family, our loved ones, they'll all be happier if we come home and we stay. So let never be in a rush to get home. Make sure that you work on your recovery and you have a solid foundation. And that foundation starts with exactly what she was talking about. It starts with God every single morning, man.
Yep.
The God of your understanding, whatever that may be. Really good share, man. Thank you, Devon.
Thanks, Devon.
Joe B, in the place to be. Is it Joe B in the place to be? Amen.
Amen, Joe.
Praying right there.
That is Joe B in the place
Joe
to be.
B.
What up, boys and girls? How we doing?
Good.
Obviously, you were a big fucking topic of conversation today.
Yeah, you weren't.
You better show up to this meeting, boy.
Yeah, we miss you.
I miss you guys too. I'm sorry I wasn't there to start. I was in church.
Forgiven.
And I'm very glad I went to church.
Nice.
Let a boy.
Because the priest started talking about something that I memorized the whole parable, right? Because it's in John 19:35. I remember I sent this to you, Nat. It said, those who come to me will never be hungry, and those who believe in me will never be thirsty. And I noticed I'm in church today because the last couple of days I've been disconnected a little bit, right? Just because, I don't know, I wasn't living in the day, right? I'm worried about Monday and Tuesday when it's just Friday, and I caught myself doing that. And then I'm feeling like I don't want to drink. I really don't. I don't enjoy it. I know where it's going to lead. I don't want a drug. But the events I want to participate in are surrounded by alcohol. I like doing dope shit. There's nothing wrong with doing dope shit. Like Saturday, I was at the marina. Then I went to a rooftop Saturday night, and I'm staring at the Empire State Building like it's literally up in my eyes, and it was gorgeous. Everyone's drinking, having a good time. I'm sitting there with headphones on, by myself, minding my business, chilling. And I didn't get that. First of all, I was listening to like religious music, right, which was really weird. And I don't belong there, at least not alone. So it's not that it's a trigger for me, right? It's more of, I don't know where I fit in anymore. I know I don't fit in with my old life, but I still don't know where I fit in with my new life, right? Like, I'll give you an example. I always hated the things I had to do. I did so many things I said I would never do just to become the person I always wanted to be, right? And I always told myself, like, yo, bro, you swim with sharks. That's bullshit. I was the fucking shark. I was the piece of shit. Nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm sitting around wondering why I'm a piece of shit now that I'm sober. And I say piece of shit. I'm really not a piece of shit now. I'm like the closest thing to a saint I've ever been. But my thoughts are still... No, I really am, Matt. I swear to God. It's so crazy. I don't know what's going on. But I find myself somewhat bored. And it's when I'm bored, it's not because there's nothing to do. It's I'm the problem, right? I don't pick up the phone. I don't go to him as much as I should. And when I do, I'm not connected. So I'm noticing that. And the best thing is that I don't sit in my shit for more than a day or two anymore. Because it gets really fucked up in my shit. And so today I went to a meeting, then I went to another meeting, then I went to church. And I feel like I'm right back to where I was just a couple of days ago. But it could happen just like that. Quickly, man. And Nat, you don't even have to say it this time. Because I remembered and I wrote it down. I did a gratitude list tonight. Because I know that's really where you were going to go. Because you called me out on it like a month ago. But I keep thinking about the things I don't have as opposed to all the things I do have, right? So I heard someone else say it. The things you want, you'll get. If it's right for you. Like if God handed me $10 million right now and a serious girlfriend, would I be able to handle that?
No, because you'd want something next.
Right, exactly. So that's why I just got to sit, take it day at a time. Stop looking for things that I think are fulfilling when they're really not. This is fulfilling. That's it. This is really the only thing that fulfills me if I continue to focus on it. Sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do. But in reality, life is good. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I hate that I went over the time. I always go over the time, guys. I'm sorry. But the point I'm trying to make is at this stage of the game, if you're sober, picking up is a choice. It's not like it was. I had to pick up every day or I'd be sick. No. Picking up is a choice. No matter what you're going through, don't pick up. Pick up the phone. Pick up a Bible. Pick up a meeting list. Don't pick up a drug. Don't pick up a drink. And just get through the day. Everyone should be walking around with a 24-hour chip. Forget about the other ones. 24 hours. That's it.
And just know sometimes you're going to have to root for midnight. Not all days are going to be gravy. So you just
100%.
root for
but in
midnight.
reality, Nat, I haven't had a bad day. In 800 days, they haven't been bad. I've had a bad hour. I've had a bad couple hours.
And
never
a bad
day.
attitude.
Oh, I have the worst attitude at times. Are you kidding me? But life is really, really good.
Yeah.
It's because I don't pick up and I try my best to follow the how it works. Who said that, Chad?
Yeah.
The how it works. It works. It really does. This thing works. So sorry again for taking up too much time. Thanks for looking out for me, guys. I appreciate it. That was nice. But I'm good. And that's all I got. Thanks.
We love you.
I've had a lot of newcomer chips. A lot.
Me too.
I don't want another
me
one.
too.
I don't want another one.
I don't want to stand up and raise
I'm
my hand
not. I'm
again.
not doing
I'm
that
cool.
again because I call it the walk of shame.
It is.
It's
horrible.
It's the most humbling, experience, and I'm good. You know, I've done it enough times, and God willing,
yeah,
I'll have
it's
8
the
years.
last ride.
Yeah, 8 years in next month, in less than a month. Kathy D, what's going on?
Oh damn, we're going over tonight.
Hey gang, Kathy Alcoholic.
Yes, Kathy.
I'll keep it short. Great meeting. Thank you for your share, Lauren. Really powerful, and I just kept hearing trust God. And I love that. It is such a gift to be alive, and usually I start my day with that. But I've been needing to keep things super fucking simple. If I don't want to get off the couch, I just pick the smallest thing to do to lead me, to build on, to get me to the harder stuff. And I'm just going through some hard stuff, but I know that on the other side of my action is the prize. And I don't know. I just think that I'm having to get back to basics, and God's always got my back, even when because I'm willing. I don't necessarily always know what I need, but I was in the neighboring town going grocery shopping yesterday, and I turned around and there's my sponsor. I'm like,
funny how that works out, huh?
like I could start doing the program all over again, after 15 plus years. It wouldn't hurt me at all. And I look so forward to this meeting, at everybody's share. Usually I'm doing a lot better about staying off, spending less time on social media. You guys are on there, I got to see my peeps.
That's right.
But I start my day in the prayers, not the scrolling, and go over to Hopeaholics, the group chat and all that good stuff. And I do my best to respond or like everybody's messages, just because I know how important it is to receive that encouragement. And just this meeting is so important to me. I love it so much. And definitely something that keeps me going about walking through the hard stuff is that when I'm on the other side of it, I'm only going to be a couple hours away from you guys, and we'll be able to get to one of those Friday night meetings. And I'm really, and drag my brother along.
That's right.
He's in there. He's showing up every week.
I know,
I just love you guys. And thank you for being part of my recovery. It means the world to me. That's all I have.
Thanks for being a part of ours.
That's right.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Guys, we do have a group chat on Instagram. If any of you all want to be a part of that, please just DM the Hopeaholics, and we will get you requested over to our private group chat. It's pretty dope. Good stuff. Good stuff goes on in there. Everybody's very supportive. Chuck Zamzow.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Chuck.
My name's Chuck. What's going down? Man, grateful that I woke up today instead of coming too. I'm working out in the garage too tonight. And the takeaway I got from that share was wishing for the end. I've been there too, wishing for the end towards the end of my run, and grateful I got back in the room. And the honest, brutal truth those guys told me in the end when I heard Natalie talk to someone earlier about that. And I've had guys do that with me as well, and I needed that. I needed that honest truth, and but it was tough love, and those guys did that. They continue to do that. I'll keep it real brief though, but the thing I can pass on tonight for carrying the message was trust God, clean house, and help others. And man, that's just where it's at, and that's all I got.
Thanks.
We love you, Chuck.
That is the deal, man. Trust God, clean house, help others.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Sometimes you just got to get back to the basics, right?
It really always is. That's why all the little cliches. I think Kathy, you had mentioned it, but like one of the cliches is like keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I used to remember seeing that when I was like, oh hell
Kiss.
nah.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. We got Miriam.
Miriam, bring us on home.
Bring us home. Tell us how it's really going down.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Chad. Hi, Natalie.
Hello.
Hi, Shane.
Hi there. Hi there.
I was at the meeting in January. I'm calling in from the East Coast right now.
Nice.
Yes.
I miss you guys. I really wish I could be at two places at once. I've been struggling really, really bad. I haven't been leaving my house. I've stopped reaching out to people. And I finally, it's like been 3 months since I did a meeting and getting in contact with people from the West Coast. Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm really glad I hopped on tonight and I saw Natalie's post, because I haven't been leaving the house. I haven't been taking care of myself. It's been really, really, really bad. And I was going to pick up, I was going to drink, and then I played the tape through. It's definitely a choice after that. I agree with what Bob said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I see your we'll get you, DM us.
Yeah, DM
and
us.
Yes, please add me to the group chat.
Yeah, I'll find you. That thing goes off all day long. So there's anytime you need some love, some support, some
I'll show you my number.
Getting out of the
Where I'm at in New York, there's not a lot of recovery.
Yeah.
And I miss it a lot.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything that y'all three did for me, and I can't wait for the next meeting.
And you know what? You showed up tonight, you shared, and you didn't pick up.
Yep.
That's a win. That's
a
solid.
win. Big win, actually.
So now we just
I miss you, Natalie.
No, I miss you too. Now we just need to get you feeling better. That's it.
We need to talk.
Yeah, I'll show you my number.
All right.
Nothing lasts
I love
forever.
you guys.
Nothing lasts forever.
That's
Not
right.
The good,
This
not
too
the
shall
bad.
pass.
Yep. Not the good, not the bad. Enjoy it when it's good, and know that it's not going to last forever when it's bad.
Oh, you know what? Before we end, I did want to touch on one thing, just as a reminder, because we are so easily filled with gratitude once we do get certain little gifts back, like a driver's license. I know I was like super stoked when I got mine back, but I think it was Dustin tonight shared about the amazingness of his apartment. Write that shit down. Write it down tonight, how you feel at this exact moment of you feeling with gratitude, because we easily forget the gifts that are given to us later on. So in 6 months, or at least in my experiences, we tend to forget all of those amazing blessings because now we want more, and it's either not happening fast enough or this, that, or the other, forgetting how we felt when we first got that apartment, when we first got the couch, when we first got the coffee pot. We have to remember, because my brain likes to forget, hence why we only have a daily reprieve, right?
We have
it goes
the great
into everything.
forgetter.
So I just wanted to make a little comment on that, just so that we got to stay working at this. Just because we have time.
The truth is, guys, we
nothing.
deserve everything, but we can't keep it unless we give it away.
Mm-hmm.
And that means, like, even Joe, when he was talking about it, the $10 million, man, like, sure, you can have the $10 million, but you can't keep it unless you give it away, and then you get another $10 million, however it works. We just have to be all loving and all giving, because that's how God is. And I did want to touch on and I'll end, because you guys all know that we're the only people that do what we're about to do. But Natalie wrote something down 10 years ago, and write down this kind of stuff, because you never know what's going to happen, because 10 years later, Natalie is literally living her dream. And I've been able, I've been blessed. Shane and I have been blessed to witness her living her dream, and I can see it every day. You guys, you saw that the Nem house was on here. You saw that somebody from there share, and our goal is to change lives and to bring hope and offer peace and love and joy and let people know that we do recover, man, and we really do. And it's been the coolest thing to watch Natalie start doing and living her purpose, like her real purpose in life. Everything else that she did in life, and I know y'all know who Natalie is. She was in the WWE. She was on a reality TV show for 6 years. She's the most humble person I've ever met in my life. You would never even know that any of that shit existed in her life. But all of that was a setup. God set all of that up for what's happening in her life today. And it's a beautiful thing to witness. Amen. So let's close this meeting out. I want everybody who wants to turn on your camera, because we are the only online Zoom meeting in the whole entire galaxy that does this. So we've turned on our cameras. We put our arms in the air just like I have mine right now. And Lewis, cue the beat.
God,
grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Keep coming back. It works if you work it. Well, that was very nice, Chaddock.